Hey, you guys, I am always ready to talk about R&R Controls. The folks there in Brownsville that just know a lot about those Generac generators. But you know what? They're much more than that. I talk a lot about the Generac because, when it comes to weather, when it comes to keeping the lights on, and here lately with all the severe weather that we've had this past spring and even going into the beginning of summer, we have had our share of power outages. So naturally, I talk about the Generac generators and why you should have one and why it's more affordable than what you might believe. But R&R Controls got started back in 1985, not about generators, but about 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 HVAC. Yeah, your heating, cooling, air conditioning, ventilation, installation of that, and of course, how you want your HVAC service to be set up at your home. So yeah, at the same time, you may be talking about to R&R Controls and asking them about these Generac generators. They while they're there, you may say, "Hey, you know what? Maybe you should look at our heating unit. Maybe you should be looking at our HVAC. I'm not real happy with it. It's already been hot and I just don't think it's working like it should. Whether you've got the regular heating cooling units or you have a heat pump or whatever. I mean, R&R Controls knows what they're doing and what they're looking at for you. And when you say you need something like that, they can fix you up. So you may go in thinking, I'm going to look at a generator, but then you also find out that R&R Controls has been doing HVAC services for a long time, since 1985. So whether you're wanting to safeguard your home with something like this Generac generator, or whether you just feel like you need a new heating and cooling system, R&R can take care of all of that, all of it. All you got to do is give them a call, 270 777 2024. That's 270 777 2024. R&R Controls, never be without. Hello, everyone, and welcome into a Monday evening, June 30th, last day of the month of June. And I'm Chris Allen with your 270 weather. Weather for the 270 area code and beyond. I tried to change it up on you, didn't I? Okay. Well, most of us got by. I say most of us that live along and west of Interstate 65 got by today without a lot of rain and thunderstorm activity. But those of you that live along and east of Interstate 65 picked up rain and thunderstorms this morning and then again this afternoon. It's come in several waves, but really here in Bowling Green today, it's been pretty dry. We haven't had really anything that would would indicate that we've got a cold front about to move through. It's been fairly quiet. And here's proof of that as a look at the live Plano cam. And as you can see, mainly sunny, just a few clouds in the distance. And here at 7:05 p.m. on this Monday, June 30th, looking pretty good. The winds are pretty much calm. We haven't had any rain here, but some of you this morning, then about midday, and then again this afternoon, excuse me, have had several waves of rain and thunderstorms. Well, you guys got it today. We didn't. For once, Bowling Green missed out on those showers and thunderstorms altogether, but our time is coming. We still have the cold front back to the west, and I think as we get into later tonight and early tomorrow morning, especially, I think that's when our turn in Bowling Green and everywhere else really will happen. And that's because that's when the cold front will start to pass through. In the meantime, let's check the numbers from today at the Bowling Green Airport. A high of 89, exactly normal for this time of the year, and a low of 75. And there you go, no precipitation past 24 hours. But let me show you radar. And you can see that we did have some showers out east of us. Those have since dissipated. Just not a lot of support out there right now. But you see all this back to the west? That is all ahead of a cold front, and that's what's coming our way. So we're not done with the rain just yet. Even though it wasn't as big time for a lot of us today, it's done. So you see those showers and thunderstorms in the Missouri Boot Heel, Western Tennessee, Southern Illinois. That's all ahead of the cold front, which will be moving through as we go into the overnight hours and through a portion of tomorrow. So yeah, more showers are on the way. Let's look at the Kentucky Mesonet sites. We check temperatures and we'll check some rainfall from those of you that did pick up rain today. Now, look at the eastern part of the state. Look at all those 70s. But then the western part of the state, it's all 80s. So that tells you something right there. That distinction is because of where you've had clouds and you've had showers and thunderstorms today for further east. But where we have not seen a drop of rain today, our temperatures made it well into the 80s, even the upper 80s. Not 90, but upper 80s. As you saw, the high was 89. So look at those temperatures, and you see the 70s and 80s to the east, low to mid 80s west. Let's see where the precipitation fell today. Uh-huh. See, nothing here. But you picked up an inch and 27 hundredths in Campbellsville in Taylor County today. 71 hundredths in Greensburg. Almost an inch of rain in Columbia in Adair County. 86 hundredths of an inch of rain in Burkesville, Cumberland County. Half inch of rain in Hart County. And then it just kind of tapers off here. Again, I-65 runs right through here. And so primarily anywhere east of 65 today picked up the rain. West did not. Now there were some showers up here, north Hopkins County, north of Madisonville, but that's all. But look for this area to fill in tonight and tomorrow with the cold front coming in. How about the winds? They are primarily from the west southwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So yeah, some of you got some rain, others did not. All right, let's go to the maps. and I'll show you what's going to take place as far as your predictive weather. Here we are right now. The models, yeah, they weren't quite on track today, shall we say. We were supposed to had, a good shower and thunderstorm round today. And some of you, again, east of Bowling Green did get that, but this has got it painted everywhere. Well, that's not the case. Now, as we get into early tomorrow morning, here comes the cold front. That's when we're more likely to get some thunderstorms. I'm not looking for anything to be severe. I know when I say overnight, a lot of you are the red flags go up. No, this is not going to be serious pace the floor weather overnight. Just don't even worry about it. You'll hear some thunder maybe late tonight or early tomorrow morning as a low pressure system rides along the front. That is going to keep showers in the forecast at least through the first half of your Tuesday. And by the way, tomorrow is July 1st. Yep. Here we go, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. The front moves through, the rains shut off. And as we get into Wednesday, nice. High pressure takes over, dries us out. And this is going to be the beginning of several days of drier weather for a change. And get this, lower humidity. Lower humidity on top of that, and even trending just a few degrees cooler than those 90s we've been having lately. That's going to feel pretty good by Wednesday. Here's Wednesday night. Here's Thursday, high pressure in control. Here's Friday, the 4th of July. Nothing going on. How about that? Now back to the west. There will be a stalled boundary, but for now, we're going to keep things fairly dry. As we get on into the weekend, Saturday, there's Saturday. Yay. Looking good, but it's going to warm up. It's going to quickly warm back up into the 90s this weekend. Here's Sunday. Yeah, there's a little instability that shows up primarily late day. And there's Monday. Showers and thunderstorms become a little more widespread. So, yeah, we're going to see that rain chance coming back, but at least we're going to have several days without it. No worries. And leading into a holiday weekend, that's what makes it even better. How about the model blender? Here it comes. Look at this. For Tuesday, 85. Nice. Yeah, still a few showers left over, but at least it's turning cooler. Upper 80s and back to the 90s as we head into the 4th and the upcoming holiday weekend, maybe even mid 90s, low to mid 90s into much of next week. Hey, that's really not that bad considering it's the 4th of July. So there's the graphic forecast. 87, 85 to 87 tomorrow with that leftover chance of showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday, sunshine. We clear things out. It's less humid. You're going to love it. It's going to feel good. So is Thursday. And really, so is Friday. Even though it's going to probably hit 90, it's still going to feel pretty good. Then it starts to get hot again as we get into the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. There's your better chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. So another round or two of showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight. Nothing to pace the floor over, even though you may be awakened at some point tonight with a rumble of thunder, flash of lightning, heavy rainfall hitting the roof. I really don't think it's going to be all that bad. There is not a severe weather threat that has now been moved away from us. But that's not to say that, you know, somebody out there might get a strong thunderstorm, shall we say, overnight tonight. It's possible. And as we get into your Tuesday, at least the first half of the day is going to be a little on the stormy side. But after that, everything clears out and it starts to look much better. Much, much better. Okay, that'll do it. That's it for this edition of 270 Weather. Have yourselves a great Monday evening. I'll see you live tomorrow morning on News 40 Sunrise at 6 a.m. In the meantime, God bless